Hey guys, today we're going to talk about marksmans and why I think they're basically overpowered troop in Cow Dragons. First, what actually changed with marksmans in the previous seasons? And this is coming the seasonal talents and of course this thing here. Long range warfare. That is reducing the attack, physical attack by 15%, but in general, marksmen have a lot of attack. My tier 5 mages, just for example, is having 292 magic attack. My marksman is having 452. So you see this difference, we're talking about over 50% difference in the attack. But the marksmans, most of the heroes is boosting the normal attack, and it's normal that they're going to do more damage from the mages, since mages is more rage skill related. But from where actually come the OP2 of the marksman? Yeah, first is the attack. The second is right now we're presenting Call of Dragons with two new heroes. We have Zeta that I managed somehow to win from the Wookie spin from the free rolls. I don't know how this happened, but it happened. I win her. And we have the other one, which is Magrat. Since I'm not main marksman, I don't focus my investments, let's say like this, my investments in the marksmen. And I think this is a clever way to avoid unnecessary spendings, since I did a lot in my gameplay. For example, Kinara 5541, not awaken it, just build it to somewhere. Porondil 5441, again, not build it. I get so many heroes that was not builded, and I start only 5 times the first kill when I get the hero. At some point where the Magrat appear in the daily bundles, I'm going to get her. Definitely I'm going to, maybe it's going to be 2 bundles or maybe 3 bundles, but I'm going to get this hero. But anyway, back to the topic, why the marksman is so brutal on the battlefield. First, they can snipe. Now, I have Bertrand Tocher, that is some kind of mage combo of snipers. These two guys can single target and they're doing decent amount of damage. The second, the other mages are splash damage, which is also good, where it's a melee, but marksmen, if you have 2 or 3 legions with marksmen, you can combine Kinara, Hosk, Nico, the Magrot, Zeta. You can build pretty decent 3 combos of marksmen. You can snipe basic mages. This thing snipe mages. And the thing that bothered me a lot is, okay, it's normal, the 2 new marksman heroes are decent one. I saw hits like 90k normal hit. That's huge amount of damage. Is about this season we get these 2 new marksmen, but till we get new mages, is going to be after this, most likely cavalry. If we follow the history, going to be cavalry. After this is going to be infantry. So we are already talking 2 seasons in, and at the 3rd season we're going to be able to get new mages. And for the next 3 seasons, including this one where the marksmen are presented, most likely the dominant troop is going to be a marksman. And with these seasonal talents, even if we're presented with new mages, I'm not so sure how this thing is going to help against this great boost the marksman is having. But let's say, even if the game provides 2 new mages that are somehow marksman keyword, that I really don't know how it's going to happen, but let's say they somehow build these spells of these mages and they're very decent. They're going to be for 1 season. Basically, the last season from this G3. I call it Generation 3, but yeah, it's going to be the last one, the mages. The G4, that is going to be better from G3, which is absolutely normal. it's going to be Marksman again. So we're going to have like one season if the game somehow built this decent mage combo. We're going to have just one season with this decent mage combo. The other thing is counterattack of the marksman. Boy, oh boy, they counterattack for a what? It don't need to hit you. They're going to counter you very, very hard. And yeah, as a mage main, it's big pain. Most of the time when I fight, I try, for example, to target the mage. If there is three marksmen and two mages, I always target the mages. So somehow from the splash damage to hit the marksmen. Since yeah. Also, I'm trying to use my artifacts on the marksmen. I try to use everything that I can to somehow reduce the damage from these marksmen. Not reduce the damage, but do extra damage to these marksmen without actually hitting them somehow. It can be by splash damage, it can be by anything. And the other thing is, you don't need that. You don't need artifacts that much. You can definitely have decent artifacts for marksmen, but you're doing your main damage from the normal attack. So your rage skill, even though that there is a decent marksman that is doing huge amount of damage with their normal attack, is damage factor 1.4k. Nico is also damage factor 1.4k. I actually can skill up this bad boy. And all these marksmen is doing insane amount of mages, insane amount of damage to mages. Now let's talk about the other troops. Normally in the big fights, there is marksmen and mages. So cavalry is for people who have a lot of time. This is something that I noticed. Since if you're maybe here and you want to attack somebody here who is gathering, or maybe his legion is AFK, you have to walk all the way the map till you get at this position. In case you have a flying cavalry, it can be more faster, but your normal cavalry is going to be very, very bad. Since Spring Warden, they have good eagles, but their normal cavalry is not so good. Also, it's some kind of range cavalry, which is very, very strange. But anyway, I think right now in Call of Dragons, Marksman is overpowered. They crush mages. Also, they crush the rest of the units. Maybe for the infantry, I think maybe mages are better there. But for rest of the troops, Marksman is doing huge amount of damage. And it's going to be very, very hard somehow, somebody to fight against marksmen. Still, I fight and target only mages, but yeah, if I target marksmen, even if the dude didn't target me, let's start from there. Even if the person don't target me, I'm still going to get a lot of counter attack damage just because he's a marksman. So yeah, this is in general my opinion over the marksmen. I think they're just too overpowered. Um, okay, not just too overpowered, but yeah, they definitely do. They're definitely the best troop right now in Call of Dragons. Season 1 plus, maybe season 2, was the mages. Right now is the marksmen. The great thing that happened was infantry get boost, so they're going to receive less damage from range units. Also, they have big armor, so they're going to also take less damage from marksmen, but in the same time, marksman's normal attack is pretty high, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm going to put marksmen and mages on same level. But yeah, right now it is what it is. Just wanted to make my 2 cents over the whole situation. As a mage player, boy, they break my bones, these marksmen. Even the tier 4 mages, marksmen, are doing huge amount of damage to my mages. That's a tier 5. So yeah, just wanted to bring this on the table because I see more and more frustrated mages like me talking about how Marksman is doing so big damage, but it is what it is. I think at some point things may change, and maybe cavalry is going to start to be the top unit in Call of Dragons. I don't know. For me, right now, cavalry is the most useless troop people can have, but who know? Who know? So yeah, I guess this will be for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Like, subscribe, let me know your opinion in the comments below, and see you in the next video.